To remain knowledgeable with updates from Ukraine, subscribe to our channel. Kyiv, Ukraine. The regiment that doggedly defended a steel mill as Ukraine's ultimate stronghold in the port metropolis of Mariupol declared its mission entire Monday after extra than 260 fighters, together with some badly wounded, have been evacuated and taken to areas beneath Russia's control. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky stated the evacuation to separatist-controlled territory was once carried out to keep the lives of the warring parties who persisted weeks of Russian assaults in the maze of underground passages beneath the hulking Azovstal steelworks. He stated the heavily wounded have been getting medical help. Ukraine desires Ukrainian heroes to be alive. It's our principle, he said. The steel mill's defenders obtained out as Moscow suffered every other diplomatic setback in its fighting with Ukraine, with Sweden becoming a member of Finland and figuring out who are looking for NATO membership. And Ukraine made a symbolic obtain when its forces reportedly pushed Russian troops returned to the Russian border in the Kharkiv region. Still, Russian forces pounded targets in the industrial heartland of eastern Ukraine acknowledged as the Donbas, and the death toll, already many thousands, saved hiking with the war set to enter its 12th week on Wednesday. Deputy Defense Minister Hanna Malior stated 53 significantly wounded fighters had been taken from the Azovstal plant to a hospital in Novosibsk, east of Mariupol. An additional 211 fighters have been evacuated to Olenivka via a humanitarian corridor. She stated an exchange would be worked out for their return home, whilst efforts go on to rescue the remaining fighters inside. The work to carry the guys domestic continues, and it requires delicacy and time, Zelensky said. Before Monday's evacuations from the steelworks began, the Russian Defense Ministry announced an agreement for the wounded to go away the mill for therapy in a city held through pro-Moscow separatists. There used to be no on-the-spot phrase on whether or not the wounded would be regarded prisoners of war. After dusk Monday, quite a few buses pulled away from the metal mill accompanied via Russian Navy vehicles. Malior later proven that the evacuation had taken place. Thanks to the defenders of Mariupol, Ukraine received severely vital time to structure reserves and regroup forces and get hold of assist from partners, she said. And they fulfilled all their tasks. But it is not possible to unblock Azovstal via army means. The commander of the Azov regiment, which led the protection of the plant, stated in a pre-recorded video message launched Monday that the evacuation marked the quit of the regiment's mission. Absolutely protected plans and operations don't exist at some point of war, Lieutenant Colonel Denis Prokopenko said, including that all dangers had been viewed and section of the diagram blanketed saving as many lives of personnel as possible. The Jap town of Severodonetsk got here beneath heavy shelling that killed at least 10 people, stated Serhiy Haidai, the governor of the Luhansk region. In the Donetsk region, Governor Pavlo Kyrylenko stated on Facebook that 9 civilians had been killed in shelling. The western Ukrainian metropolis of Lviv was once rocked by using loud explosions early today. Witnesses counted at least 8 blasts accompanied by using far-off booms, and the odor of burning was once obvious some time later. An Associated Press crew in Lviv, which used to be underneath and in a single-day curfew, stated the sky west of the metropolis was once lit up by using an orange glow. But Ukrainian troops additionally superior as Russian forces pulled lower back from round the northeastern metropolis of Kharkiv in latest days. Zelensky thanked the soldiers who reportedly pushed them all the way to the Russian border in the Kharkiv region. Video confirmed Ukrainian soldiers carrying a put-up that resembled a Ukrainian blue and yellow striped border marker. Then they positioned it on the ground, whilst a dozen of the soldiers posed subsequent to it, inclusive of one with belts of bullets draped over it. "I'm very grateful to you, on behalf of all Ukrainians, on my behalf, and on behalf of my family," Zelensky stated in a video message. "I'm very grateful to all the fighters like you." The Ukrainian Border Service stated the video displaying the soldiers was once from the border in the Kharkiv region, however would now not elaborate, citing protection reasons. It used to be no longer straight away viable to affirm the genuine location. Ukrainian border guards stated they additionally stopped a Russian attempt to send sabotage and reconnaissance troops into the Sumy region, some 90 miles northwest of Kharkiv. Russia has been plagued with the 8 of setbacks in the war, most manifestly in its failure early on to take the capital of Kyiv. Much of the conflict has shifted to the Donbas, however additionally has become into a slog, with each aspects fighting village by village. Howitzers from the US and different nations have helped Kyiv maintain or acquire floor towards Russia, a senior US protection professional said. The official, who spoke on situation of anonymity to talk about the US Navy assessment, stated Ukraine has pushed Russian forces to inside a half mile to 2.5 miles of Russia's border, however may want to now not verify if it was once all the way to the frontier. The legitimate stated Russian long-range strikes additionally regarded to goal a Ukrainian Navy coaching middle in Yavrov, close to the Polish border. There have been no instant reviews of casualties. The worldwide response to the Russian invasion picked up pace. Sweden's selection to or looking for NATO membership observed a comparable choice through neighboring Finland in a historical shift for the counties, which had been non-aligned for generations. Swedish Prime Minister Magdalena Andersson stated her U.S. would be in a vulnerable position all through the software duration and advised her fellow residents to brace themselves. Russia has said that it will take countermeasures if we be part of NATO, she said. We can't rule out that Sweden will be uncovered to, for instance, disinformation and tries to intimidate and divide us. But President Recep Tayyip Erdogan of Turkey, a NATO member, ratcheted up his objection to their joining. He accused the international locations of failing to take a clear stance towards Kurdish militants and different organizations that Ankara considers terrorists and of imposing Navy sanctions on Turkey. He stated Swedish and Finnish officers who are predicted in Turkey's subsequent week ought to no longer trouble to come if they intend to strive to persuade Turkey of shedding its objection. How can we believe them? Erdogan requested at a joint information convention with the journeying Algerian president. All 30 modern-day NATO individuals have to agree to let the Nordic neighbors join. Russian President Vladimir Putin stated Moscow does now not have a problem with Sweden or Finland as they follow for NATO membership, however that the enlargement of Navy infrastructure onto this territory will of route supply upward thrust to our response in response. Putin launched the invasion on February 24 in what he stated was once an effort to take a look at NATO's enlargement, however has considered that approach backfire. NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg has stated the membership manner for each may want to be quick. Europe is additionally working to choke off funding for the Kremlin's war by way of lowering the billions of dollars it spends on imports of Russian energy. A proposed EU embargo faces opposition from some countries based on Russian imports, including Hungary, the Czech Republic and Slovakia. Bulgaria additionally has reservations. Subscribe to our channel, like, share and leave a comment. Thanks for watching.